Every morning, he woke up tired. Not just in his body, but in his heart. He had lost hope so many times, yet somehow, he still showed up again. This is not a story about success overnight. This is a story about a man who felt like quitting every single day. And why choosing to show up changed everything. His name was Rafi. He was not famous. He was not special. He was just an ordinary man with ordinary dreams. Rafi lived in a small rented room. Every morning, before the sun fully rose, he got up. Not because he felt motivated. But because life didn't wait. He had once dreamed big. He wanted a better job. A better life for his family. A life where he didn't feel small or forgotten. But years passed. Applications were rejected. Interviews went nowhere. Promises turned into silence. Slowly, hope became heavy. It felt like something he had to carry, not something that lifted him. Every day, he asked himself the same question. What's the point of trying again? Most days, Rafi felt invisible. People walked past him without noticing. At work, he was just another replaceable face. He worked hard, but nothing seemed to change. When he spoke, no one listened. When he tried, no one cared. At night, he lay awake, staring at the ceiling. His mind replayed every failure. Every, almost. Every, not good enough. Sometimes, he thought. Maybe I'm just not meant for more. One evening, after another long and disappointing day. He sat alone, holding his phone. An unpaid bill glowed on the screen. His hands shook. For the first time, quitting felt peaceful. No more trying. No more disappointment. Just rest. The next morning, his alarm rang. He stared at it. He wanted to turn it off and disappear into sleep. And for a few seconds, he almost did. But then something small happened. Not a miracle. Not a speech. Just a thought. If I don't show up today, who will I become tomorrow? It wasn't a hopeful thought. It didn't feel powerful. But it was honest. So he got up. Slowly. Quietly. He washed his face. Put on the same worn clothes. And stepped outside. That day was not special. Nothing amazing happened. No one clapped. No doors opened. But he showed up. And the next day, he did it again. Still tired. Still unsure. Still hurting. But he showed up. Weeks turned into months. Hope didn't suddenly return. Fear didn't disappear. Some days were worse than before. Some days he felt foolish for trying. Friends told him. Why don't you just accept things as they are? Even his own mind whispered. You're wasting your time. Yet, every morning, he chose the same small action. He showed up. Not because he believed. But because he refused to give up on himself completely. And that quiet discipline began to change him. Not his situation. But his strength. One day, after many rejections, Rafi was called for an interview. He almost didn't go. What if this is just another failure, he thought. But he went anyway. This time, something felt different. Not the interview. Not the company. Him. He spoke calmly. Not desperate. Not scared. He didn't beg for approval. He simply shared his journey. His effort. His honesty. The room was silent. A week later, his phone rang. He stared at it, afraid to answer. When he finally did, a voice said. We'd like to give you a chance. A chance. Not a promise of perfection. Just a chance. Arif closed his eyes. Not because he was happy. but because he remembered all the days he almost quit. Life didn't suddenly become easy. Problems didn't disappear. But something had changed forever. Rafi knew now that strength isn't loud. It doesn't always feel brave. Sometimes, strength looks like getting up when you feel empty. Sometimes, courage is just showing up again. He learned that hope doesn't come first. Action does. Hope follows those who refuse to disappear. If you are listening to this and feel tired, if you feel unseen, if you feel like giving up, let me ask you something. Can you show up one more time? Not with confidence. Not with excitement. Just with honesty. Because you don't lose when you fail. You lose when you stop showing up. Even when hope feels gone. Your presence still matters. And one day, without warning, life notices those who never left. So tomorrow morning, when your alarm rings, remember this story. You don't need to win today. You just need to show up. Once again.